Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Omni viewer and I'm here with Godzilla news, but not regarding movies, regarding collectibles, let us say. One of them is something I think is a great idea, and the other is one that really doesn't make sense. Let's go with the second one first, shall we? So, SH Monster Arts has announced that they will release a figure of Frozen Godzilla. That would of course be the version of Godzilla who appears at the end of Shin Godzilla. You know, after they've pumped him full of coagulant and he's dead and the weird little humanoids are popping out of his tail. Now, as I said, this is a figure that makes no sense to me at all. You see, the main selling point of the SH Monster Arts line is the articulation. These suckers have such incredible articulation without having to sacrifice the sculpt that a lot of stop-motion animators have taken to using them for films. They are incredibly expensive as a result, but still very popular. So, keeping in mind that the major selling point of these figures is how articulated they are, why on earth is this the toy line that releases the one Godzilla that can't move? I think that's a legitimate question. He's not called Frozen Godzilla because he sings Let It Go. He's called Frozen Godzilla because he's frozen solid, like a statue. There is no movement here. Being a statue, therefore, I would understand this version of Godzilla getting something from, say, X Plus or Sideshow Collectibles. Maybe even just the regular Bandai figures, which don't really have much in the way of articulation. But SH Monster Arts? Really? To me, this is like someone announcing the full-color release of Frank Miller's Sin City. Someone somewhere clearly missed the point. Yeah, I know, a lot of you probably think my words only mean so much here considering I don't like Shin Godzilla, but even if I did, I still would think this was a silly thing. SH Monster Arts' regular version of Shin Godzilla costs $120 on Amazon. This, being a variation, will probably cost a little bit more than that. And for what? A complete lack of color and a different tip of the tail? I kinda think you'd be better served getting the regular Bandai version, sculpting some clay on the end, and then spray painting it. Well, anyway, enough about that. Let's talk about something I actually am excited for. You see before you a Lego Godzilla, and it could potentially be a set. Every so often, LEGO allows fans to post ideas for new sets on, well, LEGO Ideas, and people can vote on them to see whether or not they actually become official sets. This is currently being voted on for LEGO Ideas. It was conceived by Dave Pickett and Mark Larson. This is something I have literally wanted my entire life. God's honest truth, one of my favorite things to do when I was a kid playing with Legos was to have the Lego Roboraptor and myself as the pilot team up with Godzilla. Of course, I had to use actual Godzilla figures because there weren't any Lego Godzillas. Heck, there weren't even any Lego dinosaurs until much later. But I always imagined a Lego Godzilla would be really cool. So in short, this needs to happen. There's a link in the description so you can go and vote for it. There's a video on YouTube I've also linked to that shows you how to build it. So come on, let's make this happen. Now, of course, even if it does reach the maximum vote quota, that doesn't necessarily mean it will see the light of day. Plenty of things have been upvoted on LEGO Ideas only to vanish into obscurity. But given Godzilla's recent spike in popularity these days, it might have a chance. Anyway, that's all for this edition. Until such time as we meet again, this is the Omni viewer signing off.